Hello everybody, Will Chapman here with Brock Partners, and today we are discussing something very, very important, and that is your marketing. Not just your marketing on how do I bring leads in, but once I have a lead in, what is my process? Am I actually nurturing this lead through a full process so that I can give them a chance to actually get in touch with me? Because if a lead just says, yeah, I want to talk to you about some Medicare, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're ever going to talk to them. What are you doing to take active steps so that those communications are much more meaningful? So, stop burning your leads and start building an asset. The most expensive lead you'll ever buy is the one you only call once. Today, we're showing you how GoGuruX or other CRMs turns your not interested yet leads into your biggest profit center. Huge, huge point of importance here. Not interested yet does not mean no. So many times as a salesperson, you'll hear no. You're like, oh, okay, well, they're not interested. I don't want to keep bothering that person. That doesn't mean that you still can't help them. And there are ways to put them through all kinds of different nurturing processes in order to get them to reach back out to you. And that's really what you're looking for. So let's take a look here. The burn and turn trap. This is the core problem that most agencies run into when you start developing leads, especially early on. What most agencies do, you buy a lead, you spend real money acquiring the prospect who raised their hand. Yes, I want some help. You call them once, maybe twice, leave a voicemail, get no call back, and then move on with your life. Throw them away, the lead goes cold, and then the money is gone, and you repeat that process forever. So in a nutshell, buy the leads, call them once, throw them away. That is a hobby. That's not a business. It's very important that you realize that the agents and agency owners who break out of this cycle, they aren't working harder, they're working smarter. They've built a system that keeps working even when they're not. That's what GoGuruX is designed to do. The average insurance lead contacted fewer than 2 times before being abandoned. That is criminally low, right? You need at least 5 to 8, sometimes up to 12 at least contact attempts, but 5 conversations before, especially with T65 leads, before you're really going to have something that you're going to be able to close. And that's not just me throwing numbers out there. That is proven data. That is what we're seeing. These are the amount of conversations you have to have, especially if you are working T65 style leads. So, phase 1 of how we're going to fix this, your digital paper trail. Automated retargeting that keeps your face in front of every lead around the clock without lifting a finger. Sounds too good to be true, but the fact of the matter is it is not, and it's actually easier than you might think. How automated retargeting works in GoGuruX? Simple. The lead enters into GoGuruX. The moment a prospect submits a form or it is imported, immediately attempt to contact that prospect, double, triple dial, and then leave a voicemail. Once you have dispositioned that lead correctly, nurture those leads. GoGuruX is prepared and able to work with you to create and maintain your nurturing campaigns. There is not any limitation that you have inside of the CRM. You can build whatever kind of nurturing campaign you desire. And that's the key to this, is a lot of the time people want something in a box that you can just flip on and say, oh, this is my nurturing campaign. And although that would be magical, the problem is that context changes all the time with different lead flow. Where you live and your geography matters, the way that you speak, the way that you put words in, all of those things matter, right? So it can't just be a canned nurturing. You have to put a little bit of thought into it and then nurture the leads and then test it and then see what works. Find what works, replace what doesn't. Don't make it something like, oh, I turned this on and it didn't work. You have to make sure that you are building this and you're actually putting some thought process into, well, why isn't this nurturing working? If it's not working, then find something to change about it. You know your area better than anyone else, all right? So warm leads, people who are warm, people who are seeing your things, who have responded to you, are 3 to 5 times the rate more likely to do business with you. And this retargeting is how you manufacture these leads at scale. Phase 2, the nurture track. Segmentation over spam. Not every no is the same. GoGuruX lets you segment the leads by the type. and then respond with the right message. So you got some different kind of lead flow here, right? You got the wait and see leads. These are the people that are happy with their current plan today. Well, with those people, right, people who do not want to make an immediate change today, but they had a conversation with you or they interacted with your marketing in some capacity, that means they're not as happy as they're letting on right here. That means they are scared to move, more than likely. More fear is what's keeping these folks back. So with that in mind, I'm going to put them into a nurturing campaign where I'm going to be sending them educational things. I'm going to be building that trust in me so that they want to do business with me. And then I am really going to get heavy on the review your plan before AEP, because that's really what's going to matter to them. Because when they get to that point, they feel like they have to make a decision. You need to be the person that they make that decision with. You'll be that person for the rest of their lives. That's the goal here. Number two, the turning 65 long game. Now, if you're running T65 leads, please keep this in mind. This is a long game. I didn't put long game there for no reason. You're looking at 6 to 12 months out before you're really seeing any return back on these T65 leads. But the good news about them is, really, there's a lot of good news. Number one, more than likely, you're not just going to write a Medicare policy and a drug plan on them. You're going to cross-sell a cancer plan and a dental plan, maybe a short-term health plan, some kind of different ancillary plan. And the more policies that you attach to this person, the stickier they become. This is a client for life. That's why this is so valuable and worth the wait. So they're not 65 for 6 months. Don't ignore them. Set automated birthday workflows, which are already built in, and a Medicare Part B checklist to land in their inbox at exactly the right milestone. Timing is everything. So make sure that you're paying attention to their birthdays and you're setting up the automation so that it drops the right message at the right time. Number three, the comparison lead. They were shopping rates, GoGuruX, auto sends personalized text. Hey, name. Still looking at those rate comparisons? Getting that plan locked in is the best way to keep your costs down. That's casual, relevant, and it has a touch of urgency to get them to make a decision and to do something, right? So every time you're talking to somebody, you have to make sure that you're nurturing in your retention campaigns and your messaging is relevant to that individual. Is it a wait and see kind of person? Is it a turning 65 kind of person? Is it somebody who's actively shopping right now and going to make a decision? Make sure that each one of these people have their own individual retention campaigns. Is it more to set up? Absolutely it is. But is it worth closing business? Absolutely it is. So make sure that you're not just dropping everybody into the same retention campaign. People require different touches. Very important. Phase three, the re-engagement workflow. When the leads go silent, every agency has a graveyard of leads that have stopped answering. Most agents give up. GoGuruX gives you one last powerful play on a low-pressure re-engagement trigger designed to feel human and not automated. If there's been zero contact for 14 to 21 days, the CRM can trigger automatically to send a final text message. And it can say whatever you want. This isn't necessarily what I would recommend, but this is just an example, okay? I assume you've already found help with your Medicare, but if not, I'm still here. Have a great week. For me, if you want to do something like this, this is fine. I made this example just because, this is just what popped into my head. But I'm still here. You don't want to come off too desperate because desperation is no good in marketing. But the concept here is that the message works precisely because it removes the pressure. It signals respect for the lead's time and that authenticity is what the trigger replies. So what happens next? If they respond back, right, you're going to get different kinds of messaging. Sorry, I've been busy. The most common response is, I've been busy. The lead re-engages on their own terms and books a call with you. That's ideal. Or gets on the phone with you live. That's even better. They found help elsewhere. Now you know, and you can stop wasting follow-up resources on that closed door unless you want to capitalize on cross-sell opportunity, which wouldn't be a terrible idea either. If there is no response, it does not mean that they are a dead lead. It drives me crazy when people spend $13, $15, $19, $200 per lead and then they don't answer the phone and all of a sudden you call it a dead lead. If they do not respond, stop to text messaging or get into some sort of do not call or do not disturb list, they are a lead. They go back into the queue because there is a chance for you to recapture that lead flow. Never give up on it. All right, never give up on it. And going through, by the way, especially for newer agents, it's a really, really good test of their mettle and a good test of their sales skills to put them on some old leads and just have them calling and seeing if they can get anyone on the phone. Any one of those leads that they can get is gravy, and that's a good thing. We actually do that in our office. Newer agents will call old cold leads and see if they can get anything off of it. It's a great way to overcome call reluctance. The big picture, your data set is a sellable asset. A database of 5,000 uncooked leads in GoGuru is worth more than a database of 500 closed ones because that pipeline is your future revenue. Now, a lot of people would disagree with me on that, and 500 active leads is great. But if you have 5,000 opportunities in your pipeline and you even close 10% of those, you're already hitting a pretty good number there. So you're going to do nothing but continue to grow. Do not view your dormant leads as dead leads. Dormant does not mean dead. It just means that they need to be reactivated. So the old way of thinking, it's the equity mindset. Agents treat their CRM like a task manager, something to clear off every morning. The result, AEP tunnel vision. They ignore thousands of leads in their database to chase 10 fresh ones on their screen. When AEP ends, they start again from zero. When an agent leaves or gets sick, unautomated leads die with them. All that relationship building disappears overnight. The GoGuru X way. Long tail return on investment. The lead brought in March might not convert until October. GoGuru X keeps that person warm through the off season automatically. The safety net. Automated follow-up means your leads never go cold, even when your best agent walks out the door tomorrow. Predictable growth. You build the business with recurring, compounding revenue, not a cycle of buying and burning leads every other quarter. All right? So it's really, really important, and I know that I've stressed this a lot, but the leads that you're bringing in matter. Every single one of them matter, and every single one of them deserve to go through some sort of nurturing campaign, and you as the business owner or the agency owner deserve to write that business. So don't give up on it. The GoGuru X nurture system at a glance. Each phase is automated inside of GoGuru X, stacking value on every lead you purchase, turning your dead pipeline into a living, breathing revenue engine. So retargeting, segmented nurturing, re-engagement, equity growth. And that is what we are looking to do and help you do here at Brock Partners. So if any of this helps you, and if you need access to this presentation, go down in the description, shoot us an email, let us know. We will shoot this presentation right over to you. And while you're down there, subscribe, like the content, and comment down there. Anything that you would like to know, shoot us a question. We'll get right back to you on it. Thank you so much for your time. We'd love to have you in office too, by the way. We have our events, our behind the agency events. If you are struggling to really come up with the idea of like, well, I'm an agency and I have these 100 agents and I'm ready to start hiring, but I don't know what that looks like, get into this office. We will roll back the curtain. We will show you everything that you need to know and let you be able to put your best foot forward as you're opening your agency. Thank you so very much. Y'all have an excellent rest of your day.